Let's get a little bit more color on exactly what's been going on in the commodity space with Yahoo Finance's Ines Ferre, who has been watching all of the price action. Ines, what's the big headline that's kind of driving some of the outsized moves that we've been seeing in oil today?
Yeah, definitely, as you mentioned, those concerns about China's lockdowns, especially Shanghai, because of demand destruction, because analysts are saying if there is less mobility, then you will have less demand for oil. And China is the world's biggest oil importer. So if we just take a look at our Wi-Fi interactive board, you are watching, as you mentioned, WTI down 7%, Brent crude also down 7%. But keep in mind, these are still high levels from where we were a year ago. I mean, you're looking at WTI that's above $105 a barrel, Brent crude still above $112 a barrel. If I just pull up a year-to-date chart, you can see Brent is up 41% year-to-date. You've got WTI that's up 38% year-to-date. Brian?
And as I know you've been also watching these sky-high gas prices really closely, specifically the impact rising diesel prices are likely to have on the economy. What are you seeing in the big picture?
Yeah, and analysts are really sounding the alarm on the shortage of diesel. And diesel is so important, especially the tough situation that Europe is facing with diesel, because Europe imports so much diesel, also a large portion from Russia of that diesel is coming from Russia. So if it doesn't come from Russia, then it has to come from somewhere. And in fact, last week, New York had sent 2 cargoes of diesel to Europe. And that is something that isn't seen too often. The diesel inventories are low already regionally, and this really affects anything to do with freight costs. So anything that is delivered by train or by trucks will go up, and we've seen that analysts have been talking about the rising fuel costs. Morgan Stanley analysts talking about the rising fuel costs for example, Amazon, and you can expect deliveries, especially as we have become a sort of a nation where we are having so much more delivered. And so people have really changed their habits during COVID-19. Deliveries cost more. We've spoken to farmers. We've spoken about how farmers are facing more higher costs for their diesel, for their trucks. We've spoken to food importers who have said that the price of food is going up because of the transportation costs, because of the freight costs to deliver that food. So grocery stores are increasing their prices. So the diesel situation, although gasoline, of course, is really hitting consumers, the diesel situation also hitting a side of this economy as well.